Now that I've actually added that layer of color, now I'm going to let that dry before I move on to my next step. So that's going to take a little while. So I come in here, I check to see that it's dry. Please excuse my spray painted fingernails. Now that it's dry, I'm actually going to add another layer of the masking tape. This is my last layer of masking tape. I'm going to come in here, and again, it doesn't matter where I'm putting it. I like to rip it just because it creates a nice little feathered edge, so that way it creates a nice little texture. And all I'm doing is just adding this here and there, just covering up some areas of green. So just a little bit more, just to have a little bit more fun. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is once I've added this on here, now I'm going to actually add my last and final layer of color. Because what I'm looking for when I look at this list of my resist is that I have, using masking tape, preserve 3 layers of color, 1 area of white. These are my minimums. So I already covered up my white first, and then I've been covering up my different colors. So now this is my last one. So I come in here, and I'm going to actually, instead of I've used green, now I'm going to throw another color on top of it. I'm going to go with violet. So I'm keeping this completely analogous. So I come in here, and I'm going to throw a little bit of violet on top of that. Again, I'm going to go fairly dark in some areas or heavy in some areas and lighter in some other ones. Just so that way I get a variation of value so I could see what the resist does, how it affects my colors. Because some areas are going to be darker, some areas are going to have more layers of the color on top of them. So I'm just playing with it once again. Now that I'm done there, pretty easy. Now, once again, waiting game. I have to wait for this to dry a little bit. This I don't have to wait to dry as much as I did before, but I am going to wait for it to dry.